Hello friends, today we are going to see about an machine learning concept called hyperparameter tuning. Um, uh, when whenever we are going to select a model using training and test data is not relatable. Because of that, we use cross validation, which divide data into uh, many samples, like train and test data. The data will be split into many parts as train and test data. Whenever we are applying a cross validation, which divides the data into many fold and apply various algorithm and select the best model that will be provide a average score. For example, for these test data we can use random forest. For second test train and test data we can use SVM. Like this, for various set of test and train data, we will use any one of the algorithm which we want, and after the training we will compare the score between them. Whenever the score which the model having high score, that model is selected as the best model. Like this, cross validation will work. We will split the model into various fold, and then we will apply for each set of train and test data of any one of the machine learning algorithm, and then compare the various test score, train and test score of each algorithm, and after we will select a best score that the model has have. Okay, this is called cross validation. But what is mean by hyperparameter tuning? In hyperparameter tuning, let's see what is the definition for this hyperparameter tuning. Hyperparameter tuning is simply finding the best combination of hyperparameter value and minimize the error and produce the best optimal model. As an example, let's take random forest. The random forest has various parameters. whenever training a data set using random forest, we can define parameters like Cartesian. Which Cartesian we need to use for random forest? It can be Jenny or entropy. We can use any one of the Cartesian. It can be Jenny or entropy, and we need to define number of estimators, like it can be 10 or 11, 12, or it can be 9. Like that we want to define its estimator, and max depth, and minimum sample split, and minimum sample leaf. For train and random forest, we can specify these kind of parameters. This parameter will be vary. Whenever we varying this parameter, the model gives various performance score. Okay, by varying this, we can get various performance score. So we need to find the best parameter value for each of this parameter. So choosing the best parameter for the algorithm is called hyperparameter tuning. In hyperparameter tuning, we find a best combination of hyperparameter value that minimize the error and provide a optimal output. We choose by using hyperparameter tuning, we will find a best value for the each parameter. In hyperparameter tuning, it helps us to find these values. Okay. For example, minimum space split can have a value of 2, and the minimum sample leaf have a leaf node of 1. Like this we can define, and we will train the model, but we did not know whether this value is good or not. Whenever we defining this value, the model will give output, a good output or not, and then we can try with various estimators, like by changing the n estimator as 11, we can get model accuracy as 19.1. Whenever we defining 10, we will get 89.5. but whenever the parameters is varying, we will get a different performance score. The parameter which having a good performance score, we will set that parameter as depth. To select this, we can use hyperparameter. First, we want to choose a set of optimal hyperparameter for learning algorithm and a parameter whose value is used to learn to control the learning performance. Let's see. For example, the random forest is there. Random forest is there. Random forest classifier is there. For this, we have some parameters like Cartesian. We set a Cartesian journey and n estimated as 10, 5 or 15. We did not know which one is best value for n estimated. It can be 10, it can be 5, it can be 15. But we want to find the best value by using hyperparameter tuning, and the minimum split is can be 1, 2 or 5. We need to find the best value for minimum split. So we need to find these 3 parameters by using hyperparameter tuning. When parameters have more number of test parameters, because of that the training process will take some time. So to solve this, we will use approaches like, there are 2 different approach of hyperparameter tuning. One is grid search and another one is random search. In grid, let's see what is different between grid search and random search. There are 2 types of hyperparameter tuning. There are more than 2 hyperparameter tuning technique, but this 2 is most popular technique in hyperparameter tuning. Just see this. We can use various combination of this parameter like Jenny 10, 1, Jenny 5, 1, Jenny 15, 1, Jenny 10, 2, like this. This combination will go on. We will get some n number of combinations. In grid search, we use Cartesian product of parameters. That means like using all combination of parameters of those values and we will select the best one. We will train the data by using all the combination of these values and select the best set of parameters. So we need to train the model in all combinations of these parameters. But in random search, but in random search we use a small factoration of total combination, and we will decide which one is best. uh, but in grid search we will train the model in one combination, but in random search we will randomly select a set randomly select any set of combination, a few set of combination, and train the model depending upon the small fractional of the total combination. We'll select one of that. So this random forest helps us in reducing training time, and it also computation power was less whenever you are using hyperparameter tuning by using random search, because it only select a random combination of total combination, so that it will take training time low, and computation power also we have low. These are the two types. Okay, let's see with an example. Grid search and random search. Grid search and random search. Hyperparameter tuning. In grid search there are in grid search they uses all combination of hyperparameter, and it will be train the model. But in random search it randomly select a few of few set of parameter set of all combination, and will train the model. For example, for example we have random forest algorithm. It has parameter 1 and parameter 2. A parameter 1 having we will set 2 1 and 2, and parameter 2 having this value. We need to select a best value for parameter 1 and parameter 2. So it is whenever we are using grid search it uses all combination like 1 6 1 7 2 6 and 2 7. There are totally 4 combinations for these two parameters. The grid search will find all the combination for those parameters, and then select any one of the parameter set which give a good score. but in random forest it randomly select a few parameter set of all combination and 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 select one parameter for the model. Okay, today I think today you all understand what is definition about hyperparameter tuning and when we need to use it, and what are all other types present in hyperparameter tuning. We can see further machine learning concept in future. Thank you.